Here we are on day 5, this Invisible Ink contingency plan run. We have 48 hours remaining, so we've just done the story missions at the research facility and the foundry lab, and we have 2 more days to survive before we play the final mission. We have new missions that have appeared. Some of these are 6 and 5 guarded. We have 2 choices of 4 guarded missions. Both of them are 11 hours away. Got the choice between the vault and the financial suite. I think of those, the financial suite is a clear winner because we would prefer to have the pass card before we get into the vault. We have plenty of money, and there's no point taking money here, so we'll get plenty when we're in there. So we're going to use this money to upgrade Strength and Anarchy on Dr. Shu. Monster is selling a Vault Disruptor, but we're not going to get that. I think we're just going to move some of these things around, so I guess we give the transport beacon to Tony. And I guess that's probably it. Okay. In we go.
Looks like someone is trying to impress his boss by what...
Agents report to transport pads. Now.
I think this is the first Sankaku mission on this run that we've done. We have 2 doors. We have a null drone facing the door. And that's our financial suite already. So we want to use the regular neural disruptor on the executive, so as not to waste it. It's also better for us to use Olivia for this, because when we zap him, we get the power for it. We'd like to know where this drone is going, of course. So let's spy. It's coming in here. So I think the safest thing for us to do would just be to get out of this room into the financial suite with everybody. Let's take a peek. So there's our executive.
Disable him and get his cerebral implant ready for the interrogation.
I think we should peek from this square as well. So let's use Tony to do that. We'll probably be using Tony to kill this null drone next turn, I think. It's probably more convenient than just allowing it to continue existing. That said, if it's on a patrol path like this, then on this side of its patrol it will be facing the wall, and then on this side of the patrol it will be facing this way. When it's over here we will get a chance to hack this, so maybe we don't need to kill this null drone. Anyway, let's move Tony down here. We've got a door here, so that matters. Got another door down there. And we don't get to zap this guy this turn, but that's fine. We'd like to get some information about what's going on. I can't start hacking yet. I don't want to hack this null drone, especially with the... with the unknown demon. I guess I could have wisped there. We want to get below 3 or less power, so that we use the emergency reserve, but let's do that next turn, so let's wisp next turn. We have done a fairly funny thing by stealing Monster's gun and giving it to young Monster. So we have this here. I believe we get another copy of it when we do the final mission. So this thing that says this is unique and there's nobody who's ever successfully made a copy of it. I think we get a copy of it later on, so that will be fun. Let's end the turn here. So there's the drone moving around. It looks like nothing else is moving. So I guess we wisp next turn. Yoink. Pass card okay. And this is our regular neural disruptor. We get the power from this.
We're digging into his cerebral implant now. But
Don't think it's worth paralyzing this guy, but we will be waiting around anyway. We'll be waiting around for about 6 turns, but it might be better to just use Tony to pin him. I'm not sure. Let's just do this anyway. That way we won't need to worry about him for the rest of the mission at all. 14 turns is a lot, and we'll be pinning him anyway, so that's fine. It looks like no one's walking into this room. There's probably no door over here, so we've got 2 doors leaving this room. I guess we can at least get some information about what's around this corner. We know that no one will come into the room, so that's fine. This does make it slightly harder for me to open this door, of course. So that's a camera. Let's take that down. Let's take this one down as well. This camera won't see Olivia, so let's try opening the door.
What's that over there?
That's an access switch.
Looks like we've hit a power relay station. If we have a lot of power, we can sell it off for some extra credit. You'll need to find a second switch. Activate them at the same time, and we'll have access to the power transformer, wherever that is.
So that's a new event that happens on these missions from the contingency plan. We get to sell power for money. So we'd like to get up to 20 power and then convert that all into money, because obviously we can't take power with us once we've finished the level. Let's take this now as well. We'd like to get below a certain amount of power. We can also steal the power from this drone. We're not gonna kill it, I guess. So 4 leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, which does get me out of the room, so that's fine. Ah! I shouldn't have done that at all, should I? That was very silly of me with this door open. So we want to hack this thing now. Let's do that immediately. Siphon. That's one way of getting rid of power. Okay, we want to get into this as well then. I guess we could just shoot this camera. Or if I shoot this camera, then Tony can get to this console, which will get me the power to put a parasite on here, I guess. That's... how much power? 2. Okay. So not quite enough to parasite. No, we can parasite this one, because this parasite will be gone once we've shot it. I'm assuming there's no sound detectors anywhere around here, so let's do this. Yeah, that doesn't seem to cost us anything, and now it's safe to get to this console. This drone is on a straight line path, so this is a safe space to end our turn. We're not going to use this. Oh, we can use this, can't we? To get the extra power. I'm being silly. Normally we would just sell this and not bother using it at all. It's not a very useful device. So this thing will reboot next turn. Let's make sure we know where this is going. Yeah, so we are safe here. That was really silly of me just moving up here. This thing will be a bit annoying. We won't have a way of getting past this next turn. We could cloak just to get to this safe, but then we use the EMP anyway, and then we uncloak because the EMP counts as an attack. So... this thing will wake up before we're actually able to get to this safe. That's really annoying. Yeah, just a clear mistake moving in front of this open door. I should have moved one square. I'm not sure if it would have seen me here. It wasn't very likely that there was a drone here anyway, but we fell foul of that. Let's try this. Again, we've got this open door. I'm just going to risk this again, even with the knowledge that there could have been a drone. So we've got a camera drone here. So that's on a patrol. I guess that's fine. We'll take a look at down this door next as well. Okay, end the turn there. Okay, we heard a drone moving around. Will this drone care that there's a down drone in front of it?
Begin deepening the scan.
It's noticed it. I can actually hit these two safes with the EMP. That would reboot this thing. We will be able to get to both of them next turn. Could be a good idea. Saves me actually hacking them. Let's do this. So we need to stay close to this guy, or sufficiently close to him. Oh, I can just drag him all the way here, so let's do this. I wanted to peek through this door, but we can just do it with Olivia. Is it safe for me to open this door? I risked it. That was fine. Yeah, we've got this drone here. We have a camera database, which could be good to take. It would take 4 turns on the parasite. We could just wait for the hammer. This drone's going to move back on its patrol, so we can get into this safe and this one. This shopcat could be useful. We have an extra program slot because of the contingency plan expansion, so we can buy another program without selling one. We have to deal with Tony. I guess this thing would be... Oh, it's not EMP vulnerable, so if I zap it with Tony, then it's just out for 2 turns, 1 turn. 1 turn, I think. Let's see what it's going to do. It is going to investigate this drone. I think we just have to get out here. We'll get this camera. We'll have to get into this safe another time. Unless I just deliberately get seen by this camera so I can pin this drone. I wouldn't die if I did that, but it would cost us 1 on the alarm level here, 1 on the alarm level here, and again next turn, so that would be 4, I think. No, 3, because this camera would be ours next turn. I'm not going to spend 3 on the alarm level just to get to this safe. Let's get out. But I can end my turn peeking here, so let's do that. Now seems like a good time to wisp. We hit 4 drones. 5 things. Oh, the executive as well. Yeah. And I don't think I want to hit anything else with a parasite right now. It will become 3 cheaper next turn. After this, the guard patrols change. So I need to be aware of that. Got a guy walking up.
Alarm level 1. Guards now searching additional.
Interesting. He's had me mimic defense training. This is going to be trickier than expected.
This drone is still asleep. Is the null drone alerted or just curious? I can zap it now. That means I can't get to the safe though. If I zap the drone, then I can't zap the safe as well in the same turn. I could at least zap it and then pin both. That seems worth doing. 4 power. That's the Akuma drone. This is the null drone. So now these are both being pinned. I'll be able to get into this safe. It might be worth pinning this drone for a bit longer as well. Okay, let's also take some of these cameras. Just that one I see. Okay, no camera down there. We need to get to this safe. So this patrol has changed here. We need to know what this guy's gonna do. Right, he's not coming in, so that's fine. I can get to this console. I can steal from this drone. So that seems worth doing. We need to make sure there's no camera in this corner, though. There is a camera in that corner. So let's take that down. I can actually get to the power here and the safe without being seen by it though, so that's fine. There may be a door here. Let's just get out of this room now. This seems like we should have most of the map by now. We found a lot of rooms. We might just pin these drones indefinitely. And one of the things that makes this easier is that the events changed. And now we don't get extra guards on the level on turns 3 and 4, so that makes it much easier to camp out in a certain area. Like this, especially with the guard elevator here. It means that we don't get additional guards on, so once we start pinning guards, then we're sort of safe with those until quite some time. We've got a door here. For now, we're just continuing to pin this guy. I think we want to investigate this door just to check that there's nothing in this corner, and then we'll be into this room next. We've also got a door up there, so that may be most of the map. I think those may be the last 2 doors for us to check. There's probably nothing here. There could be a safe there, though. We haven't found the other guard elevator, so that could be up here, for example. Ah! That's interesting. There's an interest point down here for somebody, which may be this guard, because his patrol changed, but it does tell us that there must be quite a long room, or more than one room in this direction. Let's wisp, just to get that guard. I think that's worth doing, especially if we've got a guard deep in unknown territory. We're not going to take this camera drone, that won't be necessary. And we think we do want to hack this, but we can use the buster chip. So let's bring Olivia up in this direction. So the drone does a scan. I guess that's just because it reached its new patrol point. Here's our enforcer.
Reinforcements arrive.
Damn it, he got his signal out. Expect more company soon.
So he doesn't have armor, except he should have armor 1 because we've reached this. No, that's on alarm level 2. It's alarm level 2 that happens. So we could actually just zap him. That could simplify things. He might actually pin these 2 drones himself next. Either that or he'll just run straight past them and not notice. I think we want to go probably this side, because he's going to run this way and run straight past us, so then we get to choose whether we zap him or not. Let's zap him, let's... Oh, we used the attack, so I can't do that. So it's good that we're this side. Let's take a look through this door. Absolutely nothing. So actually we didn't need to take this camera. I think it's worth putting a parasite on speculatively anyway, because it takes the extra turn, and so if we wait until we find out whether we need to hack it, then it might be too late before we're actually able to hack it. We're going to want to bring Olivia up here, not least to get out of the way of this enforcer. The enforcer won't be able to get all the way into this room, and this is tall cover, so we should be okay here. I'm willing to bet that we're okay here. And then we can bring the executive this direction, get into this shopcat. We are actually ready with the hammer as well, and we get this next turn, so maybe we should just hit this now. Or this. I'm not sure this will tell us very much, and we can use the buster chip on this. Let's hit this. Okay, and we can use the power on this, that's fine. Okay, he does pin these drones another turn, that's fine. So we can actually zap him if we want to.
Operator is in. We've broken him down now. Almost there, operator.
Oh, there was another console here that we didn't get. Oh well, that's fine. We can get it any other time. Apparently there's another one of these, it said. So I need to find that. let's do it this way. Please give me a random demon that's not validate. Okay. Not the worst. Let's see what Shopcat has for sale. Ping. Yes. Thank you. Excellent. That is exactly what I wanted. I'm not going to paralyze this guy again. There is absolutely no point. Absolutely no point. This direction must be where the place we sell the power is then. We've got a big safe which Tony can easily get into. This guy may not actually be a problem for us. I guess we could have wisped him before we took the paradox, but no big deal. We didn't really know it was a paradox. There might be a nanofab somewhere as well. We're expecting there to be a nanofab. So that could be this direction as well. Or it could be around this corner. I think if we're going to zap this Enforcer, we should do it where the paralyzers are near. So that it's easy to paralyze him. And 3 turns left on this paradox. So he didn't quite reach this door, which is convenient for Tony.
The data is starting to come in now. Just a little longer.
Yeah, we probably use Olivia to zap, which means we want a neural disruptor with armor piercing. Let's try this. No camera, which is good. I think Tony's close enough that we can move like this. Yeah. I think that's fine. So we want to use Olivia to zap this guard and paralyze him. We use Olivia because we get the power. And I've given the pass card to Derek because he wants to potentially get through here. It might be more convenient than getting through here. We know that this is safe. This should be fine as well. We'll peek here and go onto melee. He probably won't reach us there, but if he does get nearby so that we can't move this way, then we can go around and zap him. It's fine to leave this guy unpinned for a turn or two. I would like to get this console. So 2 AP is enough to get back here. Or here, which is just as fine. These drones are going to wake up fairly soon. This turn, I guess. And we get the Vault access card next turn, which is also good. Tony can pick that up. What?
Intruder.
This isn't cover. Okay, that's
There are
interesting.
vault passcodes. I've ejected a mem chip from his port.
This
Grab
isn't
it and
diagonal
get the hell out
cover.
of there.
Normally he wouldn't see me if this was cover. That's very interesting. This is tall cover, but not diagonal cover. I was not aware of that.
Damn it. They got away.
So that's the tall cover acting, because I actually can't see him around this corner. So I need to do this, and I need to deal with him quickly, because otherwise these drones will wake up and come through the door. This door's still open because he was running. So that gives everyone +1 armor.
Installed. Recommended.
Okay, paralyze. Paralyze. 10 turns, knockouts. Good. And that puts an interest point here. Probably these drones. But they will scan anyway. Neither of them are actually getting through this door, so this is fine. There's no... they will scan this point anyway when they come. So being hidden isn't that big a deal. Ah, this drone's alerted as well. That matters. Another accelerated chip. Okay. You don't quite get to pin this guy. We'll be getting 2 power return from Dynamo, so I'm not that worried about this console anymore. Would like to steal from this drone if we can. It might have another accelerator chip. Now we might be able to get some vision here when we peek. There's a door up there as well. Okay, so that could lead to the nanofab. 2 AP is enough for us to get into cover. Should be. There's a safe up there. I guess we hide here. This drone turns around, won't see us. It's not alerted. That saves us in case this drone does a scan where it is. So that should be fine. One issue here is that this drone will be blocking Olivia's path to get through this door, so we might have to zap it with Tony next turn. Paradox disappears next turn, which is good. I'm really surprised that this guy not only was running fast enough to get to this square, but also saw me on this corner. So that leaves me with 3 AP. There's no hurry to pick this pass card up, but it does kind of slow me down if I don't get it now. I will become encumbered to take this. Saves me coming all the way back. Disable it for 1 turn. Doesn't this just kill it? Yeah, it's dead. Which is what I expected. Let's pin this guy a little bit longer. I'm willing to pay the 50 credits for that. It's no big deal. No need to go this way again, so we'll just drag him here. Let's close that door. There's our other thingy. Let's parasite this. And probably this. We've got our exit here. This is safe. So this is the direction to the power sales thing, where we turn it into money. We're probably going to have 20 power fairly soon. We'll try to avoid spending a lot of this. And we can wait around for it to get up to 20, that's fine. I want to have a look through this door next turn. Parity issue on this drone means it has to be this turn or in 2 turns' time. Next turn in 3 turns' time, sorry. There's also a drone here that's awoken. The Akuma drone. That's the one with the gun. It will scan its own square now, I guess. The null drone is awake. So we hear this guy walking around. He walks up to the door but doesn't get through it, so that's fine. Depending on if there's any cover in this long corridor. We're expecting it to be a long corridor. It may or may not be feasible to get past him without zapping him. More things. That's the power supply for this laser panel, which we don't care about at all. Ah, there's our energy thing. Oh no, that's not that's not the place we sell the power. This is where we get the MacGuffin that we have to get to keep powering Incognita. So let's put a parasite on that. It'll be 2 turns before we get it, but that's fine. We've got a drone on this square, so it shouldn't see the door. I guess we should move Olivia this way. Let's take one of these accelerator chips. If we find the nanofab, then we can sell it. This drone is here, so we just want to stay in cover, really. I think this works because of the tall cover. Next turn I might disable it with Tony. That should be okay. Ah, there's a camera drone there, so I can't drop the body. That's right. I guess that's all of the hacking. I'm going to send Olivia this way because the Buster chip might be useful to get into this. I think we have to hack the thing at the end of that corridor. Yeah, I'm going to need to use Tony to zap this drone once. So that Olivia can get through this door this turn. I think it is worth doing that. This Akuma drone will be here, so we'll still have the tall cover to get out. That's fine. Disabled. No harm in doing that because it was already alerted. We'll get to steal from this guard with Olivia as well, and that will be worth more money. I have 16 AP and I'm not going to use them. Let's just get into here. Oh, I guess I could have used the EMP on this, huh? Was it reloaded by last turn? Probably was. We don't need this pass card anymore, so I'll just drop it here. And get it from this side of the safe. The parity issue is correct anyway for us to get it next turn, so we didn't need to EMP. I can wisp. Not sure what I'm wisping. This guy. Okay. That's fine. We've got another console here. I think we'll have plenty of power, so we should be able to sell all 20. I don't think we need to hammer this. But it might be worth putting a parasite on. Yeah, this guy walks up to the door. That's our power cell.
Well done, operator. Now get that cell back here. Incognito's living on borrowed time.
So much money. Yeah, this guy literally is in front of the door. So we get in there next turn. This spot's safe. We want to get both of them in. I think we want to get both of them in. We can get this console. Not that it will matter, but... I'm not going to ping this guy away. There's no advantage in that. Let's get Tony back through here. We've got this relay, so we can do that now.
Excellent. The relay station should be open now. If we patch it into the relay transformer, we'll be given a chance to sell off a large amount of power. I leave it to you, operator, if you think we can spare it.
I'm going to drag this guy down here. We can get this console as well. That gives us more power to sell. We are getting it at a rate of 2 per turn, but we probably want to still be using some of it to deal with these two drones. Okay. So firewalls go up next turn. I think it's good that we've hacked a lot of things before then.
Alarm level 3. Firewalls increased. We need sharper tools.
That's a demon database. Don't think we need it. No camera in that corner, which is good. There's our nanofab. We have 2 guards in here to steal from. It looks like this spot is okay. Let's wisp this guy. So he's going out. They're both armor level 2, so we have difficulty dealing with that. The only thing we have is Monster's old gun, I guess. We'll buster chip the nanofab. That's fine. Does the crybaby activate sound alarms? No camera, that's fine. We're going to steal from this guy next turn. So that just means we need to be hiding somewhere. This will do. Unfortunately, we can't get Derek safely in here. Yeah, I don't think we want to try the crybaby because we've got a sound bug right here. This drone is interested in this door. So this will be a reasonable place to hide. I could ping these two guys, couldn't I? That would let me steal from them easily. Yeah, let's just do this. I hope this puts them both easy to steal from. That would let Derek through this door next turn as well. I want to see exactly what's happening here. Ping is so useful. There's no demon on this, which is good. We'll use the buster chip to get in. That will take all 4 firewalls down. We'll be able to steal from both guards in one turn.
Investigating. I must be jumpy tonight.
And sell the accelerator chip. Ah, we can't steal from both because he's decided to face diagonally. Yeah, let's take this EMP pack. Is it worth having an EMP pack just around? Another EMP pack 1? Could be worth it. We can give some of the other things, like this crybaby, we can give it to Tony. We will be running out of inventory space, though. I guess at some point we can sell the paralyzer ones, so that's probably what we do. Yeah, let's give the crybaby away and take a paralyzer 1. We can sell one of those. If I drop this for a moment, take the EMP pack and hand it over, that saves me trying to steal it later. Derek's encumbered. We can pick this back up and not be encumbered. We'll sell the one thing. That was the just a pass card, I think. Yeah, just a pass card left, which we don't need. We'll steal from this guy later. Let's buster chip this. See what the nanofab has. This is actively bad because we're fully upgraded on speed already. Cloaking Rig 3 could be really good. Vault Disruptor 3 is okay, but uses a lot of power. Let's sell this because we don't want it. We'll sell this because we don't want it. Stim 4 is the only level 4 item worth considering, I think. If you have Tony. Because his subdermal tools gets into... Well, it counts as an attack, but this gives you infinite attacks in one turn. So then you can use Tony's subdermal tools as many times in one turn as you like. So it might actually be worth getting this. And also 10 AP is quite a lot. I think we're going to get the Cloaking Rig 3. I'm not sure about the Vault Disruptor 3. Armor Piercing 2 could be pretty good. Yeah, I think this is more of a gimmick and it's not actually that necessary. It is quite expensive as well. It sort of relies on you finding a lot of things that you need to disable in one turn and then having enough AP to get around between all of them, which doesn't happen that often. I think the Vault Disruptor is just more generally useful, but we can't generally assume that we're going to have this much power. I think we have a lot more power than we would usually have. I'm not sure why. Not sure where all of this power came from. I think we replace the Vault Disruptor 2 with the Vault Disruptor 3. It only uses one more power and it has one more armor piercing, so let's do this. We'll sell Tony's Vault Disruptor 2 later, I think. Or we just get rid of the regular Neural Disruptor. I'd like to know what's down here so that we can start hacking it, but I'm going to end my turn in cover anyway. Yeah. I think we hit this with the hammer. We need to steal from this guy next turn, so let's just stay here. And I want to get Derek in. This guy's going to be in the way, isn't he? Next turn. Let's just hide it here for now. Tony can actually get this power now. This guy's actually on 7 turns now. We've got this drone coming through. So it might actually be useful to come through here and be able to zap it next turn. Or EMP it next turn. I think that's what we do. Yeah, so it was okay to hit that with the hammer because we got our power right back immediately. Unfortunately, this guy's in exactly the wrong place. Let's end the turn. Okay, we get scanned. That's a bit unfortunate. So I think we want to be here so that when it's here and does its scan, whichever direction it's facing, we can zap it next turn. That should be fine. The Akuma drone will be facing this wall, which is fine by me. Let's steal. Shock Trap 2. Yes, please. That's another way of dealing with armor, of course. We want to be hiding from this guard, so that's cover, that's fine. And we'll be selling 20 power next turn. I can even use one of these to parasite. I don't think there's anything I want to parasite, but I can stick it on something and get the AP from net downlink at some point in the future. Let's take this, because it might be useful to run later. We get the 2 power from Dynamo next turn anyway, so we will still be on 20. So as expected, the drone scans, sees Tony, should be facing exactly towards us. But even if it is facing diagonally or something, we can zap it. It's not actually necessary to zap it, but we can anyway. It gets it out of our hair for the turn that it takes to reboot. We need to get Tony down to the exits. So I'm not going to go into this room with the Akuma drone. I think we just go this way. We only get to sell 15 power. Okay, so we can't sell all 20. That's a bit odd, but okay. I don't mind. I think I can probably get away with not being heard by this sound bug. If I do a running... Oh, I can't do a running trick here because I'm encumbered. Can use a crybaby. So we get Olivia out to here and then hide here. That's fine. Or hide here. I'm just trying to throw this crybaby somewhere that it will distract them and be stealable and not in the range of the... I guess I can do this. I think we need to move sideways. This corner should be okay. I think that's... Let's try and get vision so we can see exactly where it's going. I think that's outside the range of the sound bug, but I'm not completely sure. It apparently only shows me where I have vision, so let's try this. Just trying to get this exactly right. That is just outside the range of the sound bug. So that gets both of them to here. That should be fine. We'll pick it up again on our way past. Again, I want to see where they're going, so I'll just do this. I think Tony's ending his turn here fine. This becomes ours next turn. Let's stick one on here as well. So this is the guy who has the crybaby.
I guess we just imagined it.
Investigating area.
So I can steal from him. So run once.
Did you hear something?
Get my crybaby back.
What the?
And then we're completely fine to go out here. Yep, that's fine. Tony can get through here. This Akuma drone is now ours, so let's just move it as far away as possible. This corner is as far away as possible, because that's the door that matters. I can just pin this drone. I think I can. That should be fine. Let's hit this with the hammer and put a parasite on it. That gives us net downlink. Of course, we could just teleport Derek out of here.
Nothing.
Looking around. Nothing.
It only speeds us up by a very small amount.
Working with different historical.
So he's on 2 turns. We should be escaping before he wakes up then. Let's disable that sound detector. And I think we're clear to run. Except for this one.
Warning.
Can't run with Olivia. It's a bit annoying. Let's not run with Derek. Let's keep these 2 guys interested in this location. Because we can. And we should be out next turn, I think. So we have a lot of alerted drones and some distracted guards down here, but I think we're just out. And I don't need to run to do this. Off we go. So that's a success.
Good work, operator. We can rekey that card to give us access to any corporate lockbox.
We have the Vault Access card. We got all of the safes. We stole from all of the guards. We do pay a small cleanup cost, but it's worth doing. And we bought some quite useful things. Okay, next mission.